I'm absolutely delighted to begin my role as Editor-in-Chief of the Journal of Bone and Joint Surgery. But before I begin, I want to give thanks to Professor Mark Swienkowski, the outgoing Editor-in-Chief and somebody who I consider a mentor, a colleague, and a friend. The journal has grown undeniably under his influence and his leadership. And for that, I am grateful. He leaves the journal in a very strong position, a position that allows me now to work with the team and help us continue to grow. As we look to the future, I can think of 4 critical things that we can be doing. First, we need to advance our impact. Not just the impact factor, but our impact as an orthopedic journal. Beyond that, our impact as a journal that is the musculoskeletal journal of the world. How do we do that? Well, we do that by ensuring that our brand remains strong, not just locally, but globally. We want to represent each and every one of you. And that's the point. A global journal isn't for a few, but it's for all. Well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to move forward? I think having a culture of creativity is critically important. So that's the next important strategic pillar for us, being creative and having a creative mindset. On a personal level, I've been working really hard to develop a creative mindset. And I know that the team at JBJS is equally minded. We're all going to be working together to come up with creative solutions so we can be innovative and decisive. And ultimately, none of this happens without data. So we'll use data in a variety of ways. But the core facet will be is that data will help us inform making better decisions. So at the end of all this, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to think JBJS. That's what I'd like you to do. When you're designing your next big study, think JBJS. When you have an exciting new data set that you think is important to the musculoskeletal area of research, think JBJS. It needn't be a randomized trial. It could be a meta-analysis. It could be a large observational study. It could be a case report. It could be an idea. It could be an editorial idea. Think JBJS. If you have practice-changing research, think JBJS. If you have talent to share, think JBJS. And most importantly, we want you to help us continue to build the world's musculoskeletal source of evidence. So what's going to happen in the next 90 days? Truthfully, I don't know. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to focus on people, to help develop and continue our strategy, working closely with the board and with the executive members of the JBJS, and most importantly, reaching out to each and every one of you to the extent that I can to learn more about what we can be doing to make this journal better for you. And ultimately, we have to execute, and that is what we will be doing as we move forward in the next several months. So while I look to the future, the reality is I must stay grounded in the present. So ultimately, in the next coming days, I plan to be decisive, I plan to be good, and I plan to be grateful. Thank you all.